sealed matches, progression matches, and memes. This show has it all. Welcome to the Seal of Progrichalcos. Hello and welcome to episode 34 of the Seal of Progrichalcos. Last episode, Tobias managed to dispel Yami Bembo yet again, despite him playing both the Frog FTK and Mindmaster FTK decks.
He's a degenerate.
Tobias' Lightsworn deck was just about good enough to beat them, and then in the sealed and progression matches, scores were just about even, putting Tobias on to 152 and myself on 226. Like before, there are still no new cards added to the ban list, so let's move straight on into today's first set, Duelist Revolution. Alright, Duelist Revolution was released in August 2010 and contains a few high rarity cards that really impacted the metagame and shifted things considerably, but mostly a lot of pack filler and garbage if I'm being honest. In the super rares, the only card here that's worth noting really is the Scrap Chimera, very strong in a lot of scrap builds. Didn't really see too much play until the Link monster got released, and then has obviously seen a lot of play since the Vrains era.
This Scrap Chimera's excellent.
All the rest are kind of bad apart from maybe the Scrapyard just to search your scrap cards.
You're spending too much time in the
brain research
lab. Either that or rummaging for
jank
in the scrapyard. It ain't healthy for a kid your age.
The rares, likewise, just absolutely abysmal cards. Random Amazon S monsters that did nothing. A bizarre theme of beast monsters that also do nothing. And then things like Scrap Golem, the Fridge, and obviously Scrap Beast have seen some play. I do quite like Corner of the Phantom Beast too as well. That's a pretty nice battle trick that allows you to draw cards as well. For the short prints, I don't think I've ever seen any of these four cards in my life. I don't know what they do, but one of them is called the Light of Destruction, so that's kind of funny. The ultra rares, we get Bamboo Shoot. Now this card is absolute garbage, but it did see a bit of a spike in potential playability when the recent Notoria cards were released in Darkwing Blast. Of all the 5 synchros, the only one that's actually really relevant is the Scrap Dragon.
Nothing like an old-fashioned scrap.
We do, however, get 2 game-changing ultra rares in Solemn Warning and Effect Veiler. Both these cards have seen obviously extensive play throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history after their release here, and arguably Effect Veiler is the best hand trap ever printed and Solemn Warning is the best counter trap ever printed.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Solemn Strike might have a few words to say about that, but these 2 cards are incredible, so if we're able to pick up even just 1 copy of any of them, that would be amazing. Likewise in the secret rares, Pod of Duality. I mean, come on, this card is absolutely nuts. Just the ability to be able to mold your hand to whatever the situation is so strong. Fabled Raven is also decent as a way of discarding cards, and then the Mystical Ref panel is an interesting trap card that can potentially steal games and reflect card effects that affect the player as opposed to cards, which there are few and far between of those, but it's funny that they made a card that counters that. And that's about it for this set. The commons are a mix of Amazon S monsters, Beast monsters, Notoria monsters, and Watt monsters that all did just about nothing. Alright, let's see how well we pulled and whether we managed to get any of those high-end chase cards. Alright, so looking at our pulls, we did not get the Effect Veiler, we did not get the Pod of Duality, and we did not get the Solemn Strike. So yeah, nothing really matters in this set. Anyone can see. Let's head on to Dueling Book and...
Why'd you stop?
I couldn't think of a rhyme.
Okay, so looking at our sealed deck, it is a bit of a disaster. We are playing 2 AD Changer. This is a nice way of being able to shift monsters from attack mode or defense mode to their weaker position so you can run over them. 3 Amazon S Sage, potentially if it's still on the field after it attacks, we can pop a spell trap on the field. 2 Amazon S Scouts, as a quick effect you contribute yourself off to protect your other Amazon S monsters from card effects. 3 Amazon S Trainee, honestly 1500 attack is pretty good for a level 4 or lower monster.
Oh god, how far I've fallen.
2 Ambitious Gopher, probably the best card of our sealed deck just because it's a 1 tribute monster with 2400 attack.
The more things change, the more they stay the same, huh?
1 Fabled Raven, this is an okay tuner who can just pump his attack up. 1 Hypnocorn who can occasionally act as spell trap removal. 2 Notoria Beans, who once a turn can't be destroyed by battle, and then 3 Rhinotaurus, the single best level 4 lower monster in the set because it has 1800 attack.
I keep discovering a new rock bottom.
Watt Pheasant is okay because it can attack directly and then potentially banish monsters for a turn, but that doesn't really come up too often. Then we have 3 Fighting Spirit to give our Amazon S monsters extra attack, Amazon S Village so our Amazon S monsters can float, 3 Cursed Armaments, this is a whack equip spell that you give to one of Tobias' monsters to allow our monsters to punch over them, 3 Double Cyclone to remove spell traps, 2 willpower as a way to recur back our Amazon S monsters, 3 desperate tag to enable us to freely special summon our Amazon S monsters from the hand, and then 3 Queen's Pawn, allowing us to get Amazon S monsters from the deck once our Amazon S monsters destroy something by battle. So yeah, very Amazon S focused, and that is quite bad because honestly most of these Amazon S monsters are worse than the ones originally printed way back in Duel Monsters. Anyway, let's head on into the replay and see just what a cluster this is going to be. This hand, we've got so much unplayable garbage. Right, we're going to set down 3. Beat that, Tobias.
Oh, you've gone all quiet.
Down comes the Scrap Goblin.
You chunk of scrap!
Why are you giving him the cursed armaments? Are you feeling... Oh, just so you could use the double cyclone. I was really confused there. Right, so cursed armaments is going to get popped. And we are going to lose our back row, but thankfully we have the double cyclone to chain it. Oh! The anti-magic prism!
Get wrecked, scrub!
Oh my gosh, our back row has just been absolutely annihilated. And then the cursed armaments equips to our What Fez. Oh my god, I just got absolutely outplayed.
I've astounded even myself.
That is insane. Okay, so our What Pheasant is now just a 400 dude. Well, thankfully it's still big enough to clear the Goblin, although our Goblin can't destroy a battle.
I never learned to read.
Right, we're just going to pass there. We don't really want to commit the trainee. Down comes the Trident Warrior. And the more... Oh, this card's so cute. Okay, again, the first time it would be destroyed by battle. It can't be destroyed by battle. Oh my god, are we going to get some big sync action? Level 7. Down comes the Scrap Archfiend. Oh, this guy is huge.
Good old-fashioned scrap.
That is a really big problem. Yeah, I don't think we've got a single card that can beat that unless we can like Cursed Armaments him and somehow get the Ambitious Gopher on board. Doesn't look promising. I mean, there's the Cursed Armament, so we're halfway there. We're going to summon down the... Oh my gosh, we can summon down the Raven. Discard both cards in our hand. So you put the Raven up to 2100 so it can...
Crashing them
Fabled Raven boosted by discarding 2 cards.
into a...
Scrap Archfiend equipped with Cursed Armaments.
How long have you been in the Force?
And then we're going to give the Cursed Armaments to the Mind Mole. We are down to 1 Armament and a Prayer, baby. What can Tobias mount against us? Oh. Down comes the Fridge!
Fridge?
The Fridge has been summoned! And with it, the Goblin is straight back on the field. If you go into a Scrap Dragon now, I'm just going to lose my mind. Okay, thankfully not. Alright, we've drawn the Hypnocorn. Amazingly, its ability can trigger hit, and we can try and pop the Scrap Sheen. We're going to go for the Hypnocorn, just dealing a nice 1400 here. Hoping Tobias just has no way of putting more pressure on. Thankfully not. We're going to take 900 damage here, and we are still in it. Desperate Tag, I mean it's a desperate situation, but that card is not good enough. Right, into game 2, and our opening hand is just as bad as before. Well, we're going to set down the Scout and set down the Desperate Tag. At least we've got a freeway into our trainee here potentially, and then our double Cyclone as well. Scrap Beast will get summoned, and we'll lose the Scouts here. Activating our double Cyclone in the end phase, popping our Desperate Tag to pop the Anti-Magic Prism. Thankfully that is on Tobias' turn, so he can't chain it, and we've got nothing else on the field anyway. The Amazon S Fighting Spirit is huge here. We can summon down our trainee, get the buff by 1000 and clear the Beast.
Chew on this, scrap for brains!
Beast will go to the bottom of the deck instead, and that's really good because any scrap monster in the graveyard is just a problem. Right, Tobias is just going to set and pass Argo. We're just going to head straight into combat and see whether we can chunk on over. Ah, the AD Changer. That could seriously muck up our trainee here. Down comes the Mole. Well, we're going to put our own AD Changer in the graveyard, so if you want to change monster's mana position, now we can too. We're going to go for the Cursed Armaments and keep on punching over. Not sure why we just did that. I guess just for the damage, because my Mole can't destroy battle once a turn. We're just trying to punch on over it as best we can. Down comes a second Mind Mole, and Tobias is just absolutely... He's ribbing on me on this. I can't beat 1 Mind Mole. Alright, we're going to deal another nice chunk of damage here, but we still have no way of dealing with this. Cursed Armaments is going to absolutely wreck our Amazon S trainee, and that she is going to perish here, as the other Mind Mole is not quite strong enough to deal with our Notoria Beams. Our turn, we're just going to go for the Sage and keep punching on over this Mimo. We could go for the Gopher, but I don't really want to lose it to mass removal just yet. I'm hoping I can use it to out something actually problematic. Vast are going to turn the Mole sideways, and at this point we just have to get aggressive. We're going to tribute the Beans off for the Gopher, and finally... what the hell is happening? And finally kill one Mole. Oh.
Is that legal?
Okay, that... I have a feeling I also make this mistake many times. AD Changer is not a quick effect, despite looking like it should be. So him being able to do that in the battle phase to turn the Gopher sideways, that doesn't work that way. So one Mind Mole should be dead, but I'm fairly certain I will probably make the same misplay later on. Elephant is going to get summoned.
Yes, it's Elephant, the butterfly catching game.
And, oh no, no, no. 3, 6, 8. Is this over? Okay, it's the Lightning Tricorn. Flippin' doodars. If it's got something for the beast or not. You guys should draw 2 thanks to the Mind Mole. This Mind Mole is just Pot of Greed. What? Why don't you draw 2 cards, Tobias? Why didn't you use the Mind Mole effects, Tobias? You should have drawn 2.
I totally forgot about it.
We're gonna AD Changer turn his monster sideways. Why do we keep revealing cards in hands? Oh, because of Gopher's effect.
And the penny drops.
Right, we're going to AD Changer, turn the Lightning Tricorn sideways, and summon down our Scout and manage to run over it in battle. Again, though, we cheated by using our AD Changer to change the Tricorn to defense mode. This game's going to be completely voided, isn't it? So this is going to put Tobias down to 600, but we're not going to count that because both of us cheated on numerous ways, and you should have got 2 more cards in your hand thanks to the Mind Moles that you forgot to draw.
No contest.
Right, Scrap Goblin is going to get summoned, and we're going to go for our Wat Pheasant, dealing a nice 1000 damage here, and then setting down 2 back row. Down comes the Scrap Archfiend, and that is pretty much game for us. We're going to set down our trainees and set down our Amazon's Fighting Spirit, lose the Scout here, set down a monster. Scrap Archfiend is just being able to clear everything. We're going to go for the Willpower, bring back the Ambitious Gopher, try and pop both of Tobias' set monsters, unable to do so because he's got a monster in hand. Then we can use the AD Changer correctly.
I swear I won't stop until I've scrapped each and every one of you!
Changing the Scrap Archfiend to defense mode. Scrap Storm is going to get fired off, and 2 Scrap monsters are going to get sent to the graveyard. Not really sure why. We're going to try and clear the Mind Mole. Thankfully, the Stronghold Guardian is strong enough to protect the Mole. Elephant is going to keep protecting the Mole again, and this time, hopefully, we can finally get the Mole down. Nope, AD Changer is going to get fired off in the battle phase, even though that's not how that works, so the Mind Mole lives. Everything's going to get synced off for the Lightning Tricorn. Tobias isn't going to draw 2 cards for some reason, even though he should be able to do so. We're going to go for the Fighting Spirit and the Cursed Armaments, clear the Lightning Tricorn, and then use the Wat Pheasant to attack on indirectly. Setting down 1 card, Tobias is going to go for the Hypnocorn, put the Cursed Armaments on our trainee, which is going to allow her to fade, and the AD Changer is going to clear the Wat Pheasant. We're going to go for the Fabled Raven here, clear the Hypnocorn, and then the AD Changer is going to turn sideways. Ooh, the Sage is a great draw. We can use her to actually start outing things. We're going to get double Prismed and then followed up with a Chain Whirlwind of blowing up all the back row. Tobias is now going to go for the Guts of Steel, banishing 2 to bring back his Scrap Goblin. Can't be destroyed by battle, so we really can't do much about this. Apparently we can, and that's the game. I mean, this was just a spaghetti fest all over the place. Like, we didn't understand how AD Changer worked. Tobias kept missing draws from making his Lightning Tricorn. I'm probably going to have to null and void this one as well, because I genuinely do not know what would have happened if Tobias had got 2 more extra cards in his hand and on the turn that he did.
No contest.
So yeah, very productive games.
It was a complete waste of everyone's time.
Moving on to the next set, Gold Series 3. Like, all the Gold Series sets are really good, but this one just absolutely takes the cake. Looking at the starting lineup, Dimensional Alchemist, a really strong card in like banished deck. Infernity Archfiend, previously only available as a video game promo. Thunder King Ryo, a chance to get a 3rd one of this. Exploded Dragon, Judgment Dragon, Mizuki. I think we do have enough copies of Mizuki and the Judgment Dragon, but Exploded Dragon is also really strong. Vice Dragon is like a Cyber Dragon for dragon-based decks. Econ, great card. Probably past the point where my body is usable. That's what she said. But it's still kind of cool to have for sealed. MST, Smashing Ground, the Blackwing Synchros that we missed. Icarus Attack, Plague Spreader, the chance to get a third Gale. Then in the commons, all the Amazoness monsters that they reprinted because of the new support in the Duelist Revolution, although none of these cards are good. Chances to buff out our playset of all the Blackburn monsters, the third Malicious maybe, Goblin Zombie, Guardian and Dwarf for the Infernity deck, Black Whirlwind, we only have 2 of this card, Destiny Draw, we only have 1 of. Blizzard, we don't even have a single copy of this card, so pulling any of that will be insane. So there are a lot of good pulls here. Admittedly, yes, there are a lot of bad cards too, and we aren't getting too many packs to open, but let's just hope we can pull on the better side of things. Alright, let's flick on over to the collection to find out how well we did. Alright, well, we're starting off strong with the third copy of our Black Whirlwind there, really nice to see. 3 Blizzard, oh, so good. 3rd Shore as well, brilliant for our decks. Destiny Draw and the Malicious. Armed Wing, oh my god, we got 1 Archfiend. I don't think that's good enough to make the Infernity deck playable, even though it would be really funny to do so. I don't think we have any launcher, actually, no, so yeah, that deck's just dead in the water. Econ is a great card, just general purpose utility. The Plague Spreader as well. The 3rd Ryo, oh my, we pulled pretty much as good as you could possibly get here. So it's sort of inevitable that with this set we are going to be playing a mostly Blackwing focused deck.
Why don't we play Blackwing?
Although we do have to obviously splash in some Amazoness cards and the D-Hero Malicious and Destiny Draw engine in order to supplement our deck and get it to 40 cards. Right, we're going to summon down the Amazoness Paladin. We don't want Tabas knowing that we're on some really good stuff with the Blackwings here. We're just going to see whether Tabas has a way to deal with the Paladin. The Fighter is not a good way to deal with it. Right, we're going to go aggressive now, finally firing off our Black Whirlwind, summoning down the Borer and grabbing from deck to hand the Blizzard to recur it, then heading into the combat. Or we'll attack on in, and Tabas is going to go for the Amazoness Archers. Change all monsters your opponent controls to face-up attack mode. They lose 500 attack, and they must attack this turn if able. That's a little annoying. I mean, I could have colluded, but you know what? I'll let you have your fun, Tabas, with the Amazoness Archers.
Rising to the top, push it to the edge, give it all you got, barely break a sweat, strong woman, strong.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should have just gone for the Clute. Right, we're going to take a big 5k to the dome here, and right, Blizzard is good enough. We're going to use Blizzard, recur back our Boar, and then go on into our Armed Wing. In battle, we're going to clear the Shura, putting Tabas down by 500 life points, and then we can set down our My Body to protect the Armed Wing. Uh-oh. The Black Whirlwind will get fired off, and Shura will grab the Clute to hand. Anything in damage step, Tobias? Hello my baby, hello my darling, hello my ragtime girl.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime girl.
And the Shore is dead, right. Unless Tobias has another Clute that he's hiding, this looks to be game. Don't know why we didn't go aggressive with the Archfiend and try and take on the Amazoness Fighter. I guess we're a little worried that our life points are quite low. Tobias is going to summon down the Chainmaster and pass it on back to us. We're going to tribute our Infernity Guardian for the...
Is that, like, Swedish?
Why do we tribute summon the Malicious? Right, we're going to go for the MST, popping the Icarus attack and dealing with Tobias' Swordswoman with our Armed Wing. At this point, I was going to say there's nothing Tobias can do, but Blizzard is a pretty good card. Okay, no Armed Wing, which is good to see. Right, we're going to go for our Boar, summon him down, and then normal summon down the Archfiend, and this should just about wrap things up as we crush Tobias' board and leave it empty. I was just going to set, summon down the Amazoness Archer. You've got to try and burn me, bruh. Right, this is the game. Oh, it's not. Double Magical Arm Shield does something, and Tobias is just about living, but only for 1 turn. Right, into game 2, and any hand where you see Clute is good enough. Tobias is going to go for the Paladin. We're just going to set 1 and set down our... The Paladin and the Chainmaster can deal a decent amount of damage here, but we're not too worried about that. I would love to see a big Blackwing monster that I can actually do something with. The Paladin is just strong enough to deal with a Watcher, and that's another 3k to the dome. Please give me a Blackwing monster.
Denied, sit down.
Well, Paladin is a card. It's not a very good card, but it is a card. Icarus attack's going to get banished. Oh, but we're going to repay you in kind with our Amazoness Archers, Tobias, making all your monsters lose 500 attack, so they all fall to the mighty Paladin here.
What the hell? The Paladin killed me!
That's like kind of a cracked card. Tobias is going to then use the Chainmaster to steal our Clute, which kind of sucks because that basically probably means it's game over if he has a Blackwing. We're going to go for our Chainmaster, Just trying to put a big dent into Barca's life points here and pass the turn. Down comes Sirocco, down comes Bora. We already know there's the Kalute.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
We're going to get double Kaluted, putting ourselves down to 400 life points here. While the Boar is okay, we can use that, grabbing a Kalute from the deck. And then we're just going to have to hope that Tabasa runs an into our monster and doesn't have any Kalutes left. Down comes the Blizzard. And Blizzard recurs back the Kalute. And then going to sink into the Armor Master. Right, okay, we finally have the combo. D-draw into Malicious. Discarding 1, drawing 2. Don't know why we didn't pull the second Malicious out of the deck just to deck thin, but you know what? It's good enough. We're going to set down the Guardian and pass the turn. Tabasa going to go for the Dimensional Alchemist. So he's going to pump himself up to 1800, just big enough to clear the Infernity Guardian. Right, our turn. Thankfully Tabasa put a monster on the board so we can go for our Black Whirlwind and Sirocco, grabbing from our deck the Bora, which we can summon down and just clear the Alchemist here. Amazoness Tiger will get added back to hand thanks to the Alchemist effects, but Tabasa will be put down to 5600 life points. Down comes Bora. Icarus attack is huge here, and we're going to lose the Black Whirlwind and the Sirocco. Interesting that you allowed us to keep the Bora. We're just going to normal summon the Blizzard here, deal a nice 3000 damage here, and then summon in the main phase 2 our Armed Wing. Down comes the Amazoness Fighter. And I mean, this is pretty much game over, right? We're going to go for the Econ, tributing off our Tiger, stealing Tabasa's monster. Dramatic Rescue!
That's dramatic! You're being dramatic!
Oh, okay, so that bounces that monster back to hand, and then Tabasa can freely summon down the Chainmaster. Sure, just so we don't lose our Kalute, we're going to fire him off in the damage step and deal with Tabasa that way, putting Tabasa down to 400 life points. Down comes the Swordswoman. Okay, that's a pretty good way of staving off some damage, but the Blizzard is good enough for game. Alright, for our first progression deck, we are bringing back Lightsworn.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Slightly changed since we last ran out this deck, thanks to the inclusion of both the AD Changer and the Plague Spreader Zombie, adding to the ways that we can benefit from milling cards from our deck with the Lightsworn effects. Actually, one of the worst openers you could get in Lightsworn, cards that do nothing, and we are against the Blackwings. Well, we're just going to have to set down the Plague Spreader and pass. This is actually quite depressing. Where are all my actual Lightsworn monsters? Second Bora will get summoned, and we will just admit defeat because there's nothing else we can do. Great, into game 2. Hopefully we can actually draw slightly better. There we go. There's some Lightsworn monsters, and we've even sided in the Consecrated Light. We'll summon down the Consecrated Light and pass the turn. No, you can't summon, bro. Consecrated Light's on the field.
Finally, you are powerless.
I think this might just be the game over right here, right now. We're going to go for the Graceful Charity, pitching the Arcus and the Garoth. Solo Recharge, discarding another Garoth. Probably should have discarded a different Lightsworn monster just to put more in the graveyard. And then we're going to mill 2, including the Lumina. We're going to go for the Card Trooper, milling a further 3.
Judgment should be imminent.
And now we have 4 in the graveyard. We can just summon down the Judgment Dragon and punch on in for 4900 here. In the end phase, we're going to mill 4. Oh, Compulsory is going to fire back the Consecrated Light to the field, and Tabasa is actually able to play the game.
That's not good news.
Down comes Shura. Shura is going to grab the Kalute thanks to the Black Whirlwind. Right, Huh? Why didn't you go for the Judgment Dragon, dude? Mistral will get summoned. Ah, I see why. And then Mistral will then get tributed to pop both of our remaining cards. We are going to fire off the Needlebug Nest, milling 5, including the AD Changer.
Well. How the turntables.
Our turn, we're going to go for the Illumina, pitching the Necro Gardener to recur back the Garoth, and then we're going to see whether we can punch on over the Shura. Icarus attack again, tributing the Shura to pop both of our monsters. Down comes a Mistral and the instant fusion, allowing Tabasa to grab the Ojama Knight to sink them both for the Armor Master.
Nice armor.
That is a problem. We're going to go for our Necro Garden here, just protecting our life points a bit. What a draw!
We're back in business, lads!
Monster Reincarnation! We will firstly though go for the Mizuki into Mizuki, then we're going to go for the Monster Reincarnation, pitching the Plague Spreader to bring back the Card Trooper. Why don't we bring back the Judgment Dragon?
Because you're stupid.
Going to use the Mizuki's effect to summon himself, summon down the Card Trooper, mill out the Wolf that we just put on the top of the deck! Oh, this deck is insane! And then Tobias, are you ready for the Mist Worm? Whoosh! Who even needs Judgment Dragon when you've got the Mist Worm, buddy? Oh, this hand is also pretty darn strong. It's a shame we're not going first because the Consecrated Light would be a lovely way to start the game. Right, Tobias is going to go for the Mistral, instant fusing it off with the Ojama Knight to make the Armor Master. Right, our turn, we're going to go for the Card Trooper, just try and get some cards in the graveyard to set down the Monster Reincarnation and pass the turn. Tobias is going to go for the Shura, and that's sure. I'm going to lose the Card Trooper here, drawing the Avarice, so it's not too bad. And Tobias is going to grab a Mistral from the deck, which we're going to take a lot of damage from. In the main phase 2, Tobias is going to make the Brio and pass the turn. Cyber Dragon ain't bad off the top here. Then we're going to activate the Monster... Tobias, really?
Trade is bad.
Absolutely wild. Right, we're going to special summon the Cyber Dragon, get Chaos Trapped Hold. Tobias just literally does not give a shit about his life points right now. He's down to 1500. If we can find any way of dealing some damage, we might actually be able to turn this around. Shuffling back all 5 of our cards thanks to the Avarice. Let's see what we can draw into. Those cards aren't good. We're going to set down a card, summon down the Arcus, and pass the turn, milling the Wolf.
Pretending life is tough when I'm in fancy clothes. Cry wolf, cry wolf.
Tobias are going to fire off the Black Whirlwind and the Blizzard. We're going to go for the Fairy Wind just to deny Tobias' search and burn him an extra 300, and back comes the Shura. These two are going to get synced off for a second Brio. And that is the game. Alright, next up we are bringing X-Saber Earth Pile. Now, we do have a respectable number of good X-Saber monsters in the Axel, the Palamoro, Pashul, Boggart Knight, Dark Soul, Full Troll, Full Helm Knight, and Double Garzum and 2 Ragagora, but it's not quite good enough to be run on its own, and so to supplement them we are playing a suite of Earth monsters that benefit the deck and enable us to make some decent synchro endboards. We have got the Exiled Force, just easy monster removal, Gigantes, which is just a free special summon, Mording Captain, just free special summoning, Mind Mole can potentially live a turn, 2 Cobalt Hedgehog can recur itself from the grave, and then the Scrap Beast as well as a nice level 4 tuner. Complementing all of our Earth monsters, we are playing the Book of Moon, Graceful Charity, Instant Fusion to enable us to basically pick which synchro monster we want to summon, 2 MST, 2 1-for-1, 1 Pot, 1 Preemie, 1 Rota, 1 Saber Slash, Double Bottomless Trap Bowl, Call, Compulse, Saber Hole, and then the Spiritual Earth Art Kuragane to recur back our decent Earth monsters. In the side, we're obviously playing cards that target Blackwings and Lightsworn. Our opener is okay. Like, I mean, if we were an X-Saber, then it would be much better though, but Mording Captain into Dark Soul would be lovely. Alright, so I'm going to go for the Graceful Charity to lead off the game, drawing 3 and then pitching the Jane and the Preemie. Down comes Sunny Pixie, which probably means, yep, there's the Instant Fusion. And what are we making off the bat? Just a Brio turn 1, probably? Yeah, okay.
Boring!
Right, we're going to go for our Pashul here, going for our Instant Fusion, kind of mirroring Tobias' gameplay here, using that Instant Fusion to bring out the Musician King.
I'm a goofy goober!
So we can sync them both off for the Arcanite. Oh my, we are cooking with fire here. The Arcanite Magician, that is crazy, right? If he lives, he is not going to live. The Book of Moon is an insane way of dealing with him because it gets rid of both of his counters even if he were to live combat. We're just going to set down our Call of the Haunted and pass the turn. Tobias are going to fire off the Glorious Illusion, bringing back the Jane, tributing him off for the Graganith, which is going to be buffed by 300 here. MST to deal with our Call. Yeah, we're not going to get any value off that. And then we are going to lose our Arcanite Magician, taking 500 damage here, and then 2300 from the Brio Direct. We have basically lost already. We're going to go for the MST, getting rid of Tobias' Solemn Judgment, which is nice, and then just setting down the Dark Soul to at least hopefully enable us to get some advantage back. No, yeah, you remembered Brio's ability. That is the game. Well, very depressingly quick game 1. both of these progression match game ones have just been Tobias absolutely annihilating me, and then I can only sort of mount a decent combat because I side deck specifically against whatever he's running. We're going to go for the Marauding Captain, summoning the Dark Soul, and then just set down our Light Imprisoning Mirror and our Compulsory for the turn. We're also going to go for the Herald of Orange Light, using Instant Fusion to bring out the Carbonala Warrior, sinking them off for the Brio. We're going to compulse that back to that extra. You can't Solemn Judgment on the turn. It is set Tobias.
You're a disgrace to the uniform!
Alright, now we can go a little crazy. We're going to go for the Palamoro, sinking him off with both of our other two monsters to make the X-Saber Urbellum. We are playing the Archetype boss, baby. And it is getting SJ'd. With the Dark Soul in the end phase, we will pick up the Boggart Knight, though. Down comes the Jane, and we're going to take a nice 1800 here. Milling in the end phase. Oh.
Denied! Sit down!
And then we are going to fire off our Light Imprisoning Mirror to prevent the mills. 1 for 1 is pretty spicy here. I'm not quite sure what we are able to make, but we can see how far we can get. We're going to normal summon the Boggart Knight, using his effect to allow us to get a free special summon of a X-Saber monster from the hand, and we're going to summon down the Ragagora. Ragagora on summon will fetch back the Urbellum into the extra deck. Well, surely a better choice would have been the Dark Soul, right? We're going to go for the 1 for 1, discarding the Axel, grabbing another Ragagora from the deck. This card is not hard once per turn. Oh, the Dark Soul is back in the hand. And then we're going to just punch on over the Jane and do a couple of 200 cuts with the Ragagora. Oh, this guy's so cute. He should be a Reptile, though, not a Beast Warrior, bearing in mind he is literally a chameleon.
The Lizard Queen!
Right, Tobias are going to send a monster past the turn. We're going to go for the Garsum. Oh, the Sabers are strong, buddy. Boggart Knight, deal with Orinyan. Doesn't matter, effect doesn't matter, because we got the Light Imprisoning Bra, and then the Garsum, and the Ragagora is going to keep on punching him with these little knives. I'm just imagining them kind of waddling over to Tobias and going, ka-cha! I'll play the random GX clip that kind of looks like that.
What's your problem?
And that is the game. Into game 3. Into the fast forward button. Right, Tobias is going to lead off, going for the Foolish Burial.
Pretending life is tough when I'm in fancy clothes.
Summoning the Wolf. We're going to go for the R, Graceful Charity, drawing 3, pitching the Light Imprisoning and the Axel so we can special summon our Gigantes, try and block all of Tobias' back row, but he is going to Solemn Judgment the Gigantes. We're going to Premature Burial it, and it's going to still die anyway. Well, we got rid of 2 of Tobias' back row regardless. Wolf is going to come in, clear the Dark Soul, and we're going to take a nice 1850 here. In the end phase, the Dark Soul can grab us the Peshul, a bit of a desperation play, but we've not got much else going on. Peshul is going to get summoned and protect us, although we are going to be taking 1000 damage each turn. Garsum will die. Tobias are going to keep allowing us to basically burn ourselves to death until we can find a way to make a decent synchro monster. So we're going to go for the Quillbolt, sink them all off into the Nat Beast.
Now, let him have it, Beast!
Clearing the Wolf here. Tobias has no out. We're going to go for the Ragagora, grabbing back our Dark Soul, and then clearing the Genis here. Instant Fusion is a huge card for Tobias, bringing out the Fusionist, trying to summon down the Dragonith. We're going to go for the bottomless. Ragagora will die and put us very low. We're then going to sink into our Urbellum using the Marauding Captain, clearing the Garroth and using Urbellum to put a card into Tobias' hand back onto his deck. We're then going to go for the Nat Beast, clearing the Wolf. Tobias' turn, he's going to go for the Lumina.
Judgment should be imminent.
Oh, just to put 4 in the grave for the JD. Okay, thankfully we have the Light Imprisoning Mirror, but we can't actually clear the Judgment Dragon just yet. We're going to lose the Nat Beast. The Garsum will fade as well. We're going to use the 1 for 1 to grab the Palamoro. Urbellum is now going to die. How can we not deal with Judgment Dragon? His effect is negated and we can't even beat him. What is going on? Oh my god, that's so depressing. We just had nothing that we could deal with. God. Next turn though, next turn you are absolutely cooked with a Light Gazer.
Oh my god, you are such a sore loser.
Alright, I've had it with playing fun decks. Now I'm playing stun decks.
I'm a poet and didn't even know I was rhyming those words.
Presenting Big City at an unparalleled power level. At no point in Yu-Gi-Oh's real history were these cards all legal at 3 or 1. This is legitimately... Alright, looking at our opening hand, love to see the E-Call along with the Gemini Spark and the Neosalius. We are going to use the E-Call, dial up your boy Stratos, summon down the Neosalius, and then set down 3. Right, Tobias' turn, and the MST is going to get fired off. Okay, clearing our Gemini Spark, pretty good value. And then the second MST is going to clear the Book of Moon. Down comes the Sidra, and the Herald. Oh god, okay. Both of them are going to get synced off for...
The mighty, the majestic, ancient fairy dragon!
I didn't know you had Ancient Fairy Dragon. That card is nuts. And also actually difficult for our deck to deal with. 3000 is a big old booty. Right, we're going to go for the Stratos, popping the Call of the Haunted, and then set down our bottomless, passing the turn. Down comes the...
Okay.
And that is not okay. We're going to go for the bottomless, banishing that card out of the game. My god, what are we going to do now? How do we deal with flipping Fairy Dragon? We're going to set down our Solemn Judgment. Maybe there's a world in which Tabas finds some way of using it to maybe make a bigger synchro that we can then deal with. We're going to go for MST, popping Tabas's SJ, and then down comes the Creator Incarnate, using Ancient Fairy Dragon to special summon the Scopen. Oh my god, we're just going to be insane here. That Black Rose as well. Where have these two cards been? I'm not seeing you play either of these, and they're insane. Right.
You're a liar!
Flashback.
Making a sync.
My ultimate monster! I summon Black Rose Dragon!
End of flashback.
We're going to go for the Pot of Greed into the equal, grabbing the Stratos from my deck to the hand, and then Stratos will grab us the Malicious. It just feels like bullying. We're going to de-draw the Malicious away. Oh my god. De-draw the other Malicious away to draw 2. Then we're going to equal, dialing up another Stratos for next turn. And then we can tribute off all 3 of our monsters.
My new path, the unstoppable Destiny Hero Plasma!
Then suck up the Black Rose Dragon, deal with the third end. My boy Tabas just playing literally all the Signer Dragons. Jeez, man. Alright, the Lightning Vortex is funny, but we do have the Solemn Judgment to curtail that. And this looks to be game over. We're going to go for the Stratos, grabbing the Neos Alias. Beep beep boop, dialing down a nice 4,000 odd damage here. Tabas is down. Alright, looking at opener, again, this is just another insane hand, especially if Tabas is only setting down 2 back. We're going to go for the MST, deal with the... Why didn't you Imperial Order?
You idiot!
You could have chained that.
What the hell are you playing at?
And negated the MST, and now you're just dead, right? I just put into a million equals, grabbing our Stratos, summon the Stratos down. Stratos grab a third Stratos out from the deck, set down the Deep Wizard, and then... Yeah, like, what can you do now to Tabas? You burp?
You're nothing but slackers!
Right, down comes the Cypher Dragon. Oh my gosh, actually, stop. Your boy is just playing all the Signer Dragons! Oh my god, it's your aim to literally get them all in the field at one time. Thankfully, the Deep Wizard is actually a really good out to the Stardust Dragon here. Right, we are going to go for the Neos Alias here, dealing a nice 37, and then setting down 1 Gemini Spark. Graceful is a big card here for Tabas, discarding the Scopen and the Creator Incarnate. Lightning Vortex, yeah, that's fine. And then down comes the Creator Incarnate once more. We're going to go for our Neos Alias, punch on over the Incarnate here, keeping our Stratoses for a rainy day. I feel really bad because this deck that I'm running is actually stronger than any version of this deck that ever existed historically, just because of the way our ban list is shaken out. But regardless, that is another nice win in the books for myself. Right, next episode we're going to be opening Starstrike Blast as our next core set, and then Hidden Arsenal 3 along with Turbo Packs 1 and 2 for our second sealed product. We're coming up to the end of the 5Ds era, and I gotta say,
stick your back into it, maggots!
Thank you very much for watching. Do please subscribe to stay up to date with more episodes of the Sealed Progrichalcos, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.